have spoken about how I started this channel in a lot of videos, but I haven't really done a detailed video for beginners, and a lot of you budding bloggers and vloggers have been asking me for tips and advice. So I thought I'd do a video where I talk about everything from starting your vlog or vlog right till like making money on it. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question you need to ask yourself is whether you want to start a blog or a vlog. There is no better or worse. It totally depends on what kind of content you're able to create. It depends on your personality, your literary skills. I started with a blog, which was Fashionalized, which I started ages ago, and I killed it about 2 years ago because I am not a writer. Terrible at writing, spellings are atrocious, grammar is atrocious. And when I discovered video, I really felt like this is what I was better at. So it kind of totally depends on you. I read a lot of blogs where I feel like people write so well, and it's truly amazing content to read. And some of those people may not be as good on video. So it kind of depends on your personality and what you feel you'd be better at. So decide whether you want to start a blog or a vlog. Once you do that, figure out the platform. So obviously if it's a blog, YouTube is your primary platform. For a blog, you can either directly start your own website, which is a little more expensive. I would say go with Blogspot or WordPress. I used Blogspot and it worked fine for about 2 years that I was blogging for. So yeah, that is number one. The next question you want to ask yourself is what you want to blog about or vlog about. Now there has to be some kind of key direction to this content. Nothing is set in stone, and yes, your content will change and there will be changes in what kind of content you create, but there has to be a central theme. So when I started this channel, it was pretty much beauty, hair, then there was a bit of fashion, now there is a bit of travel and vlogs included as well, but there's still that central beauty, fashion, lifestyle theme. Like suddenly if I were to start talking about like tech stuff, it would not fit in, or it would seem odd to people because that's not something I've been doing. That is something you really need to figure out first. If you can't answer this question, maybe you shouldn't be blogging or vlogging, honestly, because a lot of people come to me and ask me, what should I blog about or what should I start my channel about? The whole point of a blog or a vlog is to kind of like create content around something that you are passionate about. So first, you've got to figure these two out. Now, there's a really long way before you actually launch your blog or vlog, and all the steps that I'm currently at are even before, like way before that stage. The next thing you want to do is kind of experiment with creating content. Now, a lot of people say, I want to start a YouTube channel. They don't know what goes into starting a YouTube channel, and you need to figure out if you can do that first. So I would say experiment. So if you want to start a blog, create pictures, take a story. I remember like my first blog post took me 3 or 4 days to actually, like write and compile with images and things like that. And then I shared it with a lot of people that I was close to for their feedback. And then I published it. If you want to create a video, this is the video I created as an experiment, which I shot and edited for the first time myself. So before this I was with the network. I will talk about networks as well. Before I launched this channel, and I wasn't filming my own content at all. So this video that you're seeing here, I actually filmed with my webcam on my MacBook Air, and I had no lights, no nothing. I was just in a hotel room for a wedding, and I filmed this video. I edited it myself, and then I was like, okay, I could manage this, which means I can probably do this. The other thing is getting to know your equipment or your light source, things like that. Natural light, best light source ever, cheapest, it's free. In my Colaba house, I had great natural light. I never used the light ever. This house, however, is not so well lit with natural light, and we have a problem. We can literally shoot for maybe 2 hours in the whole day, which is why we invested in a ring light, which we just got. Very excited about that. I'm going to film this. So this ring light is what I'm talking about here. What I'm using is the Canon 700D. This is the camera I bought after 2 months of starting this channel. I took a loan and I started and I bought this camera, and I'm still using the same camera. Initially I was filming with my webcam, but the quality of the footage wasn't so good, which is why I decided to invest in a camera. Do your research before you kind of buy stuff. Currently, this is the camera that we own for my travel vlogs and other vlogs. These are the two that we use. This is the Canon G7X, which has a flip out screen, and this is the GoPro Hero 4. I haven't got the new one, any of that, which is what I use for like adventure sports or underwater filming and things like that with the casing. That's what we use. And for all the vlogs that you see, like the day in my life videos or travel vlogs, this is the camera that I use. Now, before you buy or invest in any kind of equipment, I would advise you to do a lot of research, because there are so many cameras out there or lights out there, and there's new stuff coming up every day. So, before you buy it, make sure you know what you're buying, or go with someone who knows what they're buying. So when I bought this camera, my son we actually went with Ali, the director of GottaDoIndia. FYI, I have 2 more channels, shamelessly plugging them. GottaDoIndia, which is my travel channel, and Coupling, which is my other channel together. Subscribe to both. So coming back to that, I went with Ali to actually buy this camera, because I had no idea what camera to buy then, and I wasn't sure. He actually pointed out a few things, like make sure you get a flip out screen so you can see yourself when you're filming, since you're filming alone. So I actually have the screen on the side, which I can see, which really helps. As I said, we're still using the same camera, which is upgraded with a few lenses here and there. But other than that, the body, the main camera is the same. When we got this one, we did extensive research, watched a lot of reviews on YouTube, comparative studies of cameras. Those are really helpful before you buy any equipment. So initially, don't spend a lot of money, because you don't really know where this is going, and you want to kind of figure out your content first. If you do have some kind of equipment, make it work, use it. The best way to shoot, I would say, is with natural light. Like, natural light makes everything look better. Even with a webcam or with your phone, when you film in natural light, it looks pretty good. So if you're on a budget and you're just starting out, just make sure you have good light. That will really help. The next thing you want to do is kind of set up your landing page. So on YouTube, of course, you have your profile picture, and then you have the banner on the top. On your blog, you can obviously set up the whole blog, and there's you can set up the layout with different text and colors, all of that. This is really important. Take some time to do this. So initially, I think it took me a while to set up my YouTube channel, because I had done it on my own. This, however, the channel that you see now has been created by somebody, and I've been struggling to recreate it since, which is why my hair has gone from here to here, and I still have the same channel art. I need to do something about that. So yeah, the cooler the layout, I feel like that attracts more people to subscribe, or more people to come to your blog. So I would definitely say that is something you need to focus on first. The next thing you want to do is set up your monetization. Now on YouTube now, you can immediately monetize your content. You don't really need to wait. Immediately you can sign up for AdWords on AdSense and pretty much get monetized from the first video onwards. So before you actually decide to go live, make sure you've signed on, you've been approved, all of that, and you can monetize the content. Now monetization doesn't really pay a lot. Like on YouTube, it's very little. Like you can't really run your house on it or any of those things unless you've got like millions and millions of views. But I would say it's still essential. On my blog, I don't really remember making a lot of money. Like you can put ads on the side and the bottom of the banner and things like that. But I barely think I made any money in the 2 years that my blog was active. It's not much, but it's still something. So you definitely want to make sure you're monetized before you go live. When you're setting up your channel, obviously, or blog, there has to be a name for this. And this is something you want to think about, because you're going to be stuck with it for a really long time. Like a lot of people, name their channels with things like princess or girl, whatever, all sorts of stuff when they're really young, and then when they're older and blogging 5-6 years later, they don't like the name and they do want to change the name. So think about the name for sure, because that kind of becomes the branding of your channel or your blog. Also, you want to get social media handles to match that. So for whatever reason, if it's not your name or your personal profile, you want to get that to match on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, all of that, so that it could all be like one entity. Okay, now we come to launching the channel or the blog finally. As I said, there's a lot that goes into it before you actually go live. The minute you put out your first video or blog post, you've got to share it. You've got to share it everywhere. So as I said, you've started on these multiple social media platforms. You've got to share it across there. You've got to get your friends to share it, your family to share it. The more views you can get, the better. And make sure you've got great thumbnails. Now, thumbnails really make a huge difference on YouTube. You're seeing so many videos and you're seeing so many thumbnails. You are likely to click on the better thumbnail. I would definitely say shoot a separate thumbnail, because it's a lot crisper, a lot clearer in different formats. There are lots of sites that you can go to make thumbnails. A lot of people make them on Photoshop. I use this app called Moldiv, MOLDIV. I just kind of size it to the YouTube size take the picture, put some font, save it, and it's really simple to make. But a good thumbnail with text really helps. The next thing that's important, as I said, is your hashtags, tags, metadata. So on YouTube, how it works is your title, your description, and your tags, they all have to be in sync. So your title should clearly state what the video is about. The description can be a longer version of that, and then those same key words need to be in your tags as well. That is really gonna push you up in the algorithm of search. Blogs, they have tags again, so use the relevant tags. I don't really know how effective it is on blogs because I haven't, worked as much on a blog as I have on a channel, but on YouTube it really makes a lot of difference. And when you share, thumbnails or things like that on your other platforms, use relevant hashtags for those platforms. So for example, if you're on Instagram and it's a hairstyle tutorial, you want to use those hashtags of long hair hairstyles, hashtag hairstyles, etc. For people to find it on different platforms. So hashtags and tags really help. The next thing I get asked a lot is how I've grown on other platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. All the platforms that we have right now have all grown organically. We've never really put any money or advertising into any of this, never bought followers. Now this is something a lot of people don't understand. A lot of new bloggers and bloggers seem to want to take the easy way out and buy followers, which I don't really get, because I believe that you really need to grow your following organically, and that's the whole point of this, because you're putting out your point of view and people who are like-minded people kind of come and join your community. So that is something I wouldn't advise. I would say don't buy followers on social media, and you get all sorts of strange offers of this much for these many likes or followers. That is not the way to grow. Even on YouTube, you can promote your content and push it across a wider field, which a lot of networks do. I used to work with a network before I started my channel. But as an independent creator, that's not something I do. And a lot of you even now comment saying, why don't you have more subscribers, or why other people have grown much faster than you, and in a lot of cases this is why. But I would still advise every new person to do it organically, to kind of grow your platform with you and grow the supporting social media accounts also with that platform. So keep posting. Again, next thing, consistency is key. So once you have an upload schedule, make sure you stick to that schedule. So for the first 2 or 3 years, I don't think I ever missed an upload on Monday and Friday. It was literally those days, and I would make sure that there's a video on those days. So that's something you need to figure out yourself. Like if you're studying, you're in school, college, think of how often you can upload and how you can kind of stick to that. And with social media, just keep posting every day, use relevant hashtags, and your accounts will grow. Now coming to brands and money, how do we make money on YouTube? The first thing I get people ask me, how do I get products? How do I get brands to pay me? Wait. You cannot have anything overnight. Like I don't think I did a paid brand deal on YouTube for 2 years. Started my channel, 2 years into the channel is when I got my first paid brand deal. Before that, it was all just stuff that I owned, or a lot of people will try and give you freebies, like free products. You can't promote everything. Do not become a sellout. Suddenly you will find as you grow, a lot of people will send you a lot of products. And don't approach brands. Like I know a lot of young budding YouTubers and bloggers write to brands saying, I would like samples for reviews, things like that. Do not do that. I feel like that kind of puts you in a position where you are asking for something from a brand and then you kind of have to give them something back. So don't do that. I feel just wait it out, use what you have. So for the longest time I created content with stuff that I genuinely had bought or owned. Eventually then, YouTube picked up in India and people were like, oh, there are YouTubers, let's give them some stuff. And then I started getting, gifts from people, and then eventually something worked into a paid brand deal, and I was like, oh, okay, this happens too. Don't just do brand deals when you're starting out, and don't start out to do brand deals. Like, start out with your content and focus on your content first. Now, when you're doing brand deals, you have to be careful about a lot of things. Firstly, a lot of people will ask you to sign contracts. Make sure you get those read by a lawyer. You definitely need to make sure you cross-check all those things before you sign or commit to anything. The next thing is, do not promote products you don't genuinely believe in. Do not do this. Because eventually, people can see through it. Like on YouTube, I feel like I watch so many creators sometimes, and I feel like you can tell that that it's a lie or they're being paid. If you're using something genuinely and you're getting paid for that, that is fine. But I would not advise people to promote things that they don't use or haven't tried. And the second thing to remember is that this is your channel, this is your space, and this is your voice. So whatever you want should go on to it and not what a brand wants. So don't let someone from outside come in and tell you, oh, I want this on your channel, and then you say yes, 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 and then just produce that. You need to make everything your own because this is your space and this is your voice. So any content that you create, whether it's branded, not branded, it should be your voice and how you want it to look. So yeah, when it comes to brand deals, I would say wait it out, be careful before you sign anything with anyone, and just promote stuff that you genuinely, truly believe in. Like ask yourself one question, that's always also me. Would I use this? Do I use this? If the answer is no, no, then the deal is no, no. It doesn't matter what they're going to pay you. Now the last thing, which is probably the most important thing, at least on YouTube, is its community. You build a community. So when you start a blog, the whole point of it is to build a community of like-minded people that kind of want to watch the same kind of content or see a similar kind of personality, and they enjoy that, which is what you want to create. About responding to people, about having a two-way conversation, which is why now there's so many options like doing live videos or responding to people's comments is a great way to interact with them, or on social media, on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. The best way is to interact with your community and engage with them, to ask them what kind of videos to create. Now, coming to haters, there are always going to be haters. You cannot have content without haters. Initially, I feel like YouTube India was a lot happier. There were a lot less hate comments. Now there are a lot on pretty much every video for every creator. And that's just something you've got to ignore or respond to those people or whatever if you feel like they're being rude. But that's not something that should affect the kind of content you're creating, or it should not make you want to stop creating content. For every hater, there's at least 10 people that enjoy the content. So just think that in your head and kind of rationalize that. So I think that's all the tips that I have to give you. That was a lot. This is probably going to be one of the longest videos I've done. But there's just been so much information that I wanted to give to you guys, and I hope you find it helpful. So if you have any more questions about blogging or vlogging, I'm a little rusty in the blogging department, but I will still try and answer your questions. Leave them in the comments. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!